You're listening to episode 68, Near Dark, directed by Kathryn Bigelow. And is this movie really finger-licking good? I don't know. Let's find out on today's episode, Video Villa Podcast. All right, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about Near Dark, and I got a special guest today. Introduce yourself, Mr. Joe.
I'm in shit kicker heaven today, I'm Joe from the Movie Dumpster Podcast, a good friend of Logan here, and the Video Villa Podcast, and I'm looking forward to talking some Near Dark, man. I'm ready for some fucking vampires and some Western love stories.
Oh, yeah. This movie, so I want to get right off the start. Okay.
Sure.
Do you remember the first time you saw this one?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, tell me about it.
So now I didn't rent this as a kid. The first time I saw this was actually when that Near Dark DVD dropped, special edition. What is that, like the 20th anniversary?
I can't remember. Let me see. 87, so would be 97? 2002, so...
2002, so I think it was like one of the first times on disc, right?
Yeah, because at one point, the film was lost.
Yeah, exactly.
And then this is when they recovered it.
And they recovered it, and it was a big deal.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I had heard about it because of that. Mm-hmm. Now, it did come out on tape, but I never saw it on tape, right? So for them to get it and restore it and all this stuff, at the time, I've told this story many times on my show, but I lived at Suncoast, too, when I was in my teens. So I was one of the only kids out of my friends who had a job at the time. Mm-hmm. So I used to spend a large chunk of my paycheck on movies. Oh, yeah. So I'd go to Suncoast, and I'd have like a list of shit because I'd go on to upcomingdvds.com or like the horror boards or whatever. Upcoming horror movies, I think, was at the time I don't know if that's still active, but I was looking at that too. And I'd make my list. So I knew it was coming out or dropping that month. So I'd go into Suncoast, I'd give my friend who worked there the list, and she would put aside a whole stack of stuff for me. And at one point I got the Near Dark, and that was the first time I saw the movie. It wasn't what I was expecting the first time I saw it.
Okay.
From the cover and like who's in it, I was expecting like the bar scene. I was expecting to be like the whole movie.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I'm on the same boat with you. I'll keep going, but that is exactly how I felt when I first saw it.
So when I was kind of a little turned off by when I first saw it. Again, I'm 16, 17. Wait, what's 2001? That came out?
2002. 2002. Yeah.
So I was, I don't know, 15, I think, somewhere in there, 15, 16. And it took me a couple times to watch it to appreciate it. I mean, of course, Bill Paxton's amazing in it, and so is Lance and Jeanette and everybody. But there's long swaths when you're a teenage boy, when you're like, I want to see fucking,
100%.
Where's Fright Night?
Exactly.
Where's Lost Boys kind of stuff? You know what I mean? So it took me a little bit more time to appreciate it, but eventually I did for what it was. Yeah.
That's crazy because that is besides the Suncoast part, that is the exact same way that's my exact same experience with this movie. When I first heard about it was when I started getting into horror. And it was that we were talking off camera, but it was the IFC 100 scariest moments in horror. Okay. That A&E documentary series that used to come out every Halloween. They did a part 2 at one point and stuff, and then it was replaced with the Eli Roth list one.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So,
that was at the ass end, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So it was the exact same experience that I had, where these people were like, they talk so hard about Near Dark and like how it was like one of the greatest vampire films of all time. And they show the bar scene, and clearly it's on A&E. And at this time, I don't even think Walking Dead was out yet. So like there's still a limit of like what gore you could show on TV and stuff like that. So I was like, I thought this movie was going to be a fucking bloodbath.
Yeah. That's what kind of, it paints that picture.
Exactly. They show like the most intense scene. And then I get this DVD, and I was like, oh, cool, I'm finally going to watch Near Dark. So I bought that DVD, which is basic bones cheap DVD.
Sure.
I mean, it's still an Anchor Bay, but it's
not the special edition.
No. But this is probably this might even be the first time it was made on disc. Well, it came actually, to be honest, I guess these came out the exact same year, but this was just the cheaper
version.
Yeah. So,
just like we still have now.
Exactly. Yeah. So I got that, and it was just like, I'm like, this isn't the movie I was promised based on that documentary. So,
or what you thought you were getting.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
I was same thing with you. My horror journey started later in life. And I felt like I had to play catch up, and I wanted to watch this craziest, either goriest, scariest kind of whatever people were talking about.
Especially at that time when we were younger.
Exactly.
We were always on the hunt for those.
Exactly. So I was like, well, I need to find that. That is my horror journey. Let me make a list. That made it to the list. And then when I watched it, I'm like, well, this isn't what I thought I was going to get.
Sure.
But it's crazy. Then you rewatch it as you get older, and you're like, oh no, there's a story here, and there's substance to behind the meaning of this film.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's a small masterpiece for sure, for what it is, especially.
And the thing is like, Kathryn Bigelow.
Mm-hmm. Kathryn Bigelow?
Kathryn Bigelow. It's like, she really was something special.
Yeah, absolutely. And Eric Red also wrote with her on
exactly.
This one, who's done one of my favorite werewolf movies, and I think one of yours,
Bad
too.
Moon. Yeah, dude. And it's like, and that was a cool thing, because so like apparently they were writing together, and they agreed to do 2 films together, co-write together, this and Undertow. Which
I've never seen Undertow.
Which they would both direct.
Okay.
I mean, so like I get to direct this one, you get to direct that one, but we both stay on together through the process. Yeah. And she got to do the Near Dark one.
Yeah.
And he got to do Undertow. I haven't seen Undertow either.
I think when you find out what kind of movie this is and how it's supposed to play out, I think it works better with Kathryn directing this one. I haven't seen Undertow, but I think it makes more sense in my head.
Yeah. Like this. When you see her filmography, because like this is literally just the only horror film she's really done.
Yeah, but it's not really.
It's not.
It's not really a horror film.
It's not.
It's a western.
It is a love story western.
It's a love story western drama.
And the thing is no one's even called a vampire in the entire film.
Mm-mm.
They don't even have fangs.
It's more like Hatfield McCoy kind of vibes to it. You know what I mean? It's almost like 2 warring factioning families, kind of.
Yeah. Almost like a Romeo and Juliet kind of scenario.
I was going to say Romeo and Juliet, but not really.
Not as
they're not sacrificing themselves for each other.
Exactly.
It's like reverse, kind of.
But it's crazy because
forbidden love.
In a way, they kind of do at both of them make a sacrifice in the film. I'm just saying, like.
Well, actually, okay, you're right. They do make a sacrifice.
Yeah, like with him going and getting the van and her saving his sister.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, all right. That makes way more sense. I wasn't gonna say that, but now that you're saying that, it makes sense totally.
But yeah, that's the thing is like I've gone back doing these these movie journeys and like really started to really appreciate films that I overlooked, and like sometimes you just need more of a mature mind to see something, to really see what it is.
Sure.
And yes, sometimes you can still appreciate stuff as a teen and stuff. And then sometimes as a teen, you overlook things and then you rewatch it as an adult and you're like, well, this ain't really as good as I thought it was.
It's not really as good as you thought it was. Some of us, like you and I, and people like us, grow up and have an intellectual view of things.
Exactly.
Some people don't, but some people do. And then that's the kind of thing when you look at this, you're like, oh, this is way deeper than I might have gave it credit for.
100%.
You know what I mean?
And that was the thing with is when I found out, like through the movie I was watching, I was like, oh damn, it's like he's a junkie.
Yeah.
And
100%.
stuff like, and that, like my 14-year-old head, no, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I didn't think about I didn't think about the substance of films back then. I just want to see crazy shit happen. I was like, at that point, I think one of the films that really got me into want to see wild stuff was like Kill Bill, because at that point I hadn't really ever seen a movie that wild.
Yeah. Not in the mainstream anyway.
Yes, exactly. Like in that mainstream.
I think we talked all about that on the Django episode about how Quentin took all of those exploitative movies and put them back in the mainstream.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In this movie, it's crazy because it has so much heart in it.
Yeah.
Not a lot happened, not a lot of dialogue, but you don't feel bored. You love seeing the story unfold. And I don't know. It's just like, it really feels like it truly is something special.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know like.
The more you watch it, the better it gets.
Yes.
You know, it's one of those kind of movies.
Yes, 100%. And it's kind of cool too, because like, in the film genre, like obviously this has a big enough following to make that list on that documentary of people like, oh no, this movie's fantastic, but not enough people talk about it because it didn't do well when it came out. No. And the thing that sucks is it came out right when Lost Boys.
Dude, it came out the same year as Lost Boys. Yeah. Which vampire movie are you going to see in 1987?
Yeah, the one with the two Coreys.
Yeah. The one with the two Coreys or the one with the cast of aliens.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah. Which that was fun. I was watching the documentary on the special edition, and they even like Jeanette Goldstein and Bill Paxton and Lance Henderson. They actually asked like, because they were, I mean, at this point when they started making this film, Aliens was still in the theater.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, James, are you cool? We go off and work together with her. You know, are you cool? Like us, be the same crew you just work with, because it's almost like, I guess they had like a brotherhood relationship when they were making that film.
They made really good friends with each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that all carries over to this.
Well, oh my God.
Damn, it works so well. And there's a huge, there's a family dynamic between them.
Exactly.
In the film,
and that's the cool thing is like these people in this film are villains, but you can still at some point relate with them.
Oh, you can empathize with all of them.
All of them.
Yep.
All of them.
Even Homer especially too.
Exactly. It is.
Who's the kid from Teen Witch, by the way?
I was about to say, brother from Teen Witch.
And it's weird to see him in this role. We'll talk about it. But
yeah. But yeah, it's like, it's crazy to see how it's fun to see people that were in another movie work together, but on a completely different playing field.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not a copy and paste. And that's the cool thing when you actually have real true actors. And that we were talking off camera, like, I mean, fucking Bill Paxton in this movie. I mean, like literally God dang it, we lost him way too early.
We sure did, man. I mean, he's just fantastic. In anything that he does, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just so much fun to root for. Like he's the bad guy you root for and like want to be, you know?
Yeah.
That charismatic asshole fucking badass.
He has the confidence of the entire world.
Oh yeah.
But he's also being silly.
Yeah. He's chewing the scenery, but it's creepy and cool. Yeah.
And that was another thing is like, I think if I would have watched this a little bit earlier in my film career, I think, to be honest, it might have like scared me a little bit more because there are a lot of heavy tension scenes, especially the bar scene. Yeah. It's completely just the weight, the degrees of the room just drops. And when I was little, I remember watching movies and feeling that and being scared. Yeah. Like to talk about Romeo and Juliet, like the scene where Leo and his brothers are on the beach pointing the guns at each other, and you think they're going to shoot each other at any time. If you don't know the story, what's going on? Oh, they're going to shoot each other at any moment, any time. Like that tension of that scene always was like being like a 6-year-old scared me. Yeah. But like watching this, like I didn't think about it like that much when I was like 14 or 15 or whatever, however old I was to saw it. Yeah. But I can see how like that's as an adult, that those feelings came back. Like, it was
100%, man.
Very a lot of tension in those scenes.
I have a weird relationship with like kids at the time at my age in horror movies, right? So like I've mentioned it again, like I mentioned it before on my show, but like when I watched The Good Son when I was the same age as Macaulay Culkin and what's his face? Oh my goodness. Elijah Wood. Yeah. It always freaked me out because, like, I don't know. Here's a bad guy who's the same age as I am, and I don't know. There's something that really hit me like deep about that. And Homer kind of does the same thing in this for me. You know what I mean? It gives me that kind of same feeling.
It's just it makes
He's like smoking cigarettes.
Makes you feel uneasy.
Yeah.
It's just you just feel like not grossed out, but you just feel shitty.
Yeah. The evil in a child.
Exactly.
Kind of.
Exactly.
Where you're supposed to have more or less innocence in
100%,
Which plays his strength for being a vampire.
Exactly. And that's another and then I think another film another film that does it really well is Interview with a Vampire. With Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst, yeah.
Oh my God. Those scenes are just like that. that's another film, like, once again, like, the later I saw that, the more I appreciated that film and stuff. Because, you know, at this point in time when I see this, I'm looking for Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I'm looking forward to, you know, fucking just ripping heads off and shit like that.
Sure.
Maybe a little bit of nudity. My parents aren't watching.
Oh, dude, yeah, you got the door cracked. Yeah. And you're like, oh, you turn it down. I did that. But I remember when I was a kid renting American Werewolf in London, and my mom was like, oh, I love that movie, and I like put it on, and then like him and Jenny Agutter are having sex to fucking Van Morrison, and I'm like, oh shit, and I'm like turning down the thing, and I'm like looking, making sure nobody comes in.
Or they go in the
when
nudie.
They're in the shower.
Yeah. Or when they go in the nudie, he goes to the nude cinema.
Oh yeah.
And then it's just the fake porn playing.
That not so much, but the sex scene.
Yeah, gotcha.
To Moon Dance or whatever. It was.
Yeah.
Just put a point on the kid thing. I think it super makes me uneasy to see a child do adult things and act like an adult. It makes me feel gross.
No, 100%.
You know?
And that's also like, it's like almost like that same feeling as
or
like
having adult intentions, like evil intentions of a mature age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because the thing is, like, you feel like
they lose all of the innocence and the childlike portion of their childhood. Question mark. I said that was a lot of childs in one sentence. Well, no, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's like, well, you think about it when you're little and you go to school and you just look at the your friends. You're like, well, any one of y'all could, if they can do it, any one of y'all could do it. And then I'm not safe, you know, because I'm not supposed to look at you in that eye.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about playing baseball or playing video games or some shit.
Exactly.
And this kid's thinking about murdering me and stealing things, and it's weird.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's one of those, like, it's just very like I said, unsettling.
Yeah, unsettling is good. Yeah.
And the thing is, like, it's crazy because, like I said earlier, like Bill Paxton from the bar scene kind of looks like he has teeth, but I don't think any of them actually have teeth.
None of them have. Lance Henriksen has nails, but I don't think none of them have fangs.
Well, so apparently, the main story was written, and which had the love story, the Western, the Western take on it, and they wanted to set it in modern time. And they did say they wanted each vampire to be from a different era, but they kind of allowed the actors to play around with their own character. Yeah. And then Kathryn Bigelow said, it was like, okay, she would say yay or nay. Like, I was like Lance Henriksen is like, he goes, I want mine to be from the Civil War.
Oh, and it's such a good scene when he reveals that.
And he comes up with all this stuff, and he's like, I was thinking about this and that, this and that. And that's when he said, he's like, that's when I realized, like, we're going to get along. Yeah. Because she just like, okay, let's do it. Yeah. And he's like, I was thinking that maybe in my jacket, I could have a Confederate flag. They put in the fucking, you can't really see it in the movie, but they sewed a Confederate flag inside of his jacket because he said he fought for the South. Yeah. And stuff. And that was all him.
We lost.
Yeah. Oh my God. This movie's full of great one-liners.
It's so good. And he's like he's basically Ed Harley mixed with the character that he played in the Tales from the Crypt episode, Cutting Cards. Like mashed together. He's so fucking good, man. I mean, it's Lance. He's always so good.
He lost like 30 pounds to play this role.
Oh, really?
He got down.
I mean, he's already a skinny motherfucker.
Apparently, he got down to like below 150 because he said he's like, and he told her, he was like, when I wear, he's like, I want to wear a lot of like open shirts. Yeah. And I want you to be able to see my ribs.
Yeah, gotcha.
So he was like, it was his idea. He went to a nail person in Hollywood, and he's like, hey, I want you to put fake nails on me. Yeah. Fake acrylic nails. Yeah. And he put them on, and then he went home with pliers and jagged them up. Yeah. And cut them up. And he showed up to set one day. He was like, I was thinking about this. Is this okay? Yeah. And they're like, okay.
Yep. Sounds good.
Grew his hair out. He did that whole rat tail apparently himself.
Did he really?
Yeah. He said he dipped it in tar.
What? Oh, also like his character in Stone Cold too. Is very similar.
Yeah. Now, as far as like the only thing like that scar on his face that was prosthetic and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, apparently one cool thing that they did to develop the characters, because she was so big on like improv and stuff like that, because you had the meat of the story, but we need to make these people feel like real, and they've been on this journey together like a group of gypsies or something like that. Yeah. So they
literally moving around in a caravan.
Exactly. 100%. Yeah. So they did these type of exercises where they went into a completely just a one room with a camera, and they just improvised scenes and like create their own backstories. And they came up with the idea to use if them together doing the improv, they came up with the idea with the aluminum foil and stuff. That was their idea.
Yeah,
spray paint,
with the tape guns and shit.
Yeah, that was their idea through that improv classes that they did, and they brought that into the film, which I thought was like really kind of cool to like for these actors to have that much like control over the characters that they're acting as.
Yeah.
I mean, because I don't know if that says a lot about the director to allow like, or have the confidence in the people that you're hiring to allow like, okay, you do your thing. I hired you because I know what you can do.
Yeah.
And so I want you to do it.
I love that. I wonder if they came up with the car stuff, because up until this point, I think this is the only movie where there's like nomadic vampires.
Yeah.
There's no lair.
No.
You know what I mean? No cave. Like Lost Boys has the cave.
No,
or
nothing.
like Jerry Dandridge has the mansion. Like, well, that's very Dracula-esque, or like Salem's Lot, Mr. Barlow style. But like, you know, they're just like running and gunning. They're sleeping in stolen cars. Yeah. And then they fucking torch it and grab another one and just keep on the move.
And that's the thing is like the big thing when the original script, the big thing was like this, we don't want any Gothic elements whatsoever to be in this film. We don't want any crosses, no staking of the heart, none of that. Yeah. So that kind of explains like when we get to Bill Paxton's character at the end of the film, it's like, this isn't your traditional vampire story at all. But I think that's why this movie, just like the lore, is like a loose cannon.
Yeah. There's nothing like it.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
It's very unique to itself.
Exactly. Yeah. And really, to be honest, like, have we gotten anything like this since? I don't know.
Not done the way this way with as good as actors in it as this.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just wild, and it sucks. Like one of my last closing notes before we start breaking it down. Sure. It does suck because, like I said, it went up against Lost Boys, and it just like got completely overlooked.
In the pantheon of like general audiences, there's no fucking way this is going to stand up to Lost Boys for like a ticket sale.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I mean, the one thing is like they try, because obviously this movie had, I think, literally 6 different posters made for it. Yeah, there's this poster right here. The main Hollywood poster
is
Paxton, which unfortunately false represents the film that you're getting.
It's only in one scene. Yeah, you know,
exactly. And it's not told the end of the film. Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't know, like, if that really truly hurt it when people saw it and that made people not want to go see it. Yeah. But the thing is like, I don't know. It's just it's hard to think that this movie that is so well done, I don't understand how it wasn't appreciated.
I think it probably was appreciated, but again, it didn't do well at the box office, like so many other movies that we talk about or enjoy. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's a definitive definition of a cult classic. You know what I mean.
I was watching an interview with Shane Black, and he was talking about his filmography, and he was, I wish I remember what movie it was, but it was a big movie that's huge that everyone loves.
Die Hard?
No, Die Hard did really well at the box office. It was some movie that like just completely flopped. Well, and he's like, when I go to conventions, that's all people want to talk
about. Well, him and Fred Decker, you know, they do
Monster Squad.
They do Monster Squad, and they do and they do Night of, well, no, Shane didn't do Night of the Creeps, but Fred did Night of the Creeps too. Yeah, and those movies fucking bombed. Yeah, and now they're like some of the biggest cult movies ever now.
Oh yeah,
you know, and they didn't get the love at the time. That was due to marketing and all that kind of stuff. So I feel really bad for Shane and Fred, but I hope they know now that, like, I mean, I'm sure they do now that it's a super well-loved movie.
Oh yeah. And that was the thing with like,
but didn't put any money in their pockets.
Exactly. You know like they literally made like nothing from that. Yeah. And that's the thing is like, we fortunate for Kathryn Bigelow, like, she got really lucky that she actually continued to have a successful movie career. I mean, then became, you know, Academy Award winner with Hurt Locker and shit. Like, I mean, her portfolio is very, I mean, even Zero Dark 30 is a good movie. Yeah. Even if it, like, it's a war movie, but like, it's got some well directed scenes and stuff like that. It's crazy because this is like her first full length feature, her first, without any help. Like she's the singular director, first film.
Yeah. There's no co-directing going on.
No, nothing at all. And that was one thing with one of the producers of the film. They were like, they agreed for her to take on the film and direct it because that was her caveat. She's like, I wrote this with Eric. We're going to stay on together, but I want to direct it.
Sure.
And the producer was like, that's fine. I don't know who you are and what you've really done, but I'll give you 3 days. You know, if I show up and I don't see I can't tell you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to.
We're going to pull you.
Yeah, exactly. But she was really able to like, approve herself and stuff like that. Sure. And she's, one of a fantastic female director.
Sure, absolutely.
Oh my God. Yeah. Let's just take a fantastic director. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sorry, not to like but I'm just saying like she's, literally, she's up there with James.
Great.
Yeah, she's up there with James Cameron. You know what I mean?
100%.
100%. Yeah. Did you have anything you wanted to drop down before we do the back of the box?
No.
Okay, cool.
Ready to sink my teeth in.
Let's rock and roll.
All right, man. Here we go. In this chilling tale about a gang of bloodthirsty drifters, sexuality and the supernatural combine to create a most powerful film. It starts when Caleb, Adrian Pasdar, a spirited but naive young man, catches his first glimpse of May, Jenny Wright. Her dangerous sensuality lures him into a secret clan of savage vampires who prowl the night seeking victims. It is in this setting, the dark and desolate highways of the American heartland, that Caleb's worst nightmares unfold. They kill without shame and without mercy, but perhaps most horrifying is that they can't be stopped. Or can they? ?
That's another cool thing. I love how it doesn't give you the rules.
No.
There are no rules to these vampires, and that's fun because like you are learning what they're capable of as the film goes on.
Yeah, there's no holy water, like you said. There's no crosses. There's no stakes. There's no silver. None of that shit.
And I think that makes it funner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God, like
it puts you on the edge of your seat because you're like, oh, what does stop them?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, bullets doesn't stop them, but you're learning that. You know what I mean? And stuff. I don't know. And then you're like, oh, they're fucking super strong. You find that out and stuff like that. It's wild.
And of course they need blood to survive.
Exactly. And we've never seen a vampire like this on what blood does to them.
Yeah.
On like how like we understand like they need blood to survive, but we've never seen the real precautions. I mean, probably, but like not in this degree of like what they physically go through without getting that.
It's the withdrawal element to it. It's the euphoric high that they get from it.
Exactly.
Which again, like you said, I don't think had been in film with a vampire.
Exactly.
We've seen it done in other movies like Blue Sunshine and shit like that, but not with the vampire layer over it.
Yes,
you know what I mean? So I think that's really interesting.
Yeah. And like I said, like it's like the whole like they're addicted to this.
Yeah, and Brain Damage comes out the next year.
Yeah,
but that's a whole different kind of thing.
Yeah,
but similar in tone. Yeah, in terms of how we're treating the substance in the movie. As as a life's blood or an escape or a necessity.
Yeah,
an addiction.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah,
exactly. And then that downfall to the person that person that you once loved and to see what they've become.
Yeah, 100%.
And the point where like what you'll do to get that fix.
Yeah. And what choices will you make?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. We open up with our two main leads, Caleb and May. She is new to the town, and him and his buddy are kind of like checking her out. And it's fun because like at this one scene, like I kind of rewatched it. I'm like, is she really eating that ice cream cone?
Yeah.
If you go rewatch, she's kind of like not.
She's not at all.
No, she puts her mouth on it, but
she
she just pulls away. She's not actually eating it.
No.
Which kind of like, you don't know she's a vampire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's kind of fun because like now she's doing her thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? She's working for her food now.
Yeah, this is how she does her hunting.
Exactly. Because when we find every character, they do it their own special little way, which is fun because it makes every character unique. Their own unique and different. Mm-hmm. So Caleb hits on her, and he basically, is like, ask her more questions, like, you're new into town, stuff like that. And she's flirting with him. She's like, hey, how about this? How about you go give me a ride to my home?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So he ends up taking her home, and they get in his truck. He flirts with her a little bit, and then he takes her to his farm.
Yeah.
And we see his horse or whatever.
Like freak out. Horses don't like me.
Yeah.
There's a great scene where she makes him stop before they get to the
yes.
the
yeah,
house,
yeah, to experience the night. Yeah.
To listen to the night.
Yeah.
And how the darkness is blinding and the silence is like deafening.
Yes.
And that's a precursor to the next thing. Like, you gotta feel this because it's awesome.
And then she makes that quote where she's like, you see that star out there? It's a billion years away.
It's going to take a billion years for that light to get down here, and I'm still going to be here when it does.
Yeah.
Dude, it's really beautiful.
Really, man.
And I don't think I've ever heard vampire wax about time that way,
No, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like living in that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's, like, once again, like, this movie is like, shit, this movie is just fucking art, dude.
It's great. Yeah.
It's
and
great.
Again, like I said, the more you watch it, the better it gets.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So they end up leaving there, and she starts worrying. She's like, oh, what time is it? I need to get back.
The sun's coming up.
Yeah, sun's coming up.
And he's like, oh, was your daddy going to get mad?
Yeah, I got one like that.
Yeah. Just tell him my truck broke down.
Yeah. So then he starts do a little bit more like edging her on. He was like, no. I'm not going to take you home till you give me a kiss.
Yeah. He like turns off the car. And it's a pretty tense scene because the sun is coming up and you're like, oh, okay. Well, clearly she's a vampire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she gives him and she bites him.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, like, as soon as he gets bit, he doesn't act like, get the fuck off me. No. It's almost like he's already got it in him.
Yeah. Or he's like under the trance.
Yes.
Or he's willing to take whatever it is that she's about to give him.
Exactly.
You know
it's like, it's almost like that. It's almost like he's like he's been dosed.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like he got vampire roofied.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Drunk on her beauty.
Dude, exactly. Because he's out. It's almost like he's out of the moment, doesn't know what's going on. And then she takes off running.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, what was that all about? And then he starts to start his truck, and his truck stalls. So she takes off running. So he just ends up running. He's like, well, my house is not too far from here. I'm going to run home. Oh, and this scene's...
And there is no waiting.
No.
He's a vampire.
No, yeah.
Because he wasn't drained.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. And it's... he starts getting to home, and it starts becoming... is it dawn? I guess dawn.
Yeah, dawn is breaking, and he starts smoking.
Oh.
And you're like, holy shit.
So apparently they had a device underneath his shirt, and it's lit cigars and a fan feeding them air.
Really?
And they tubes throughout his neck and his sleeves. So every time someone's like smoking, it's cigar smoke.
Interesting. Oh man, everybody must have been stinky.
Oh my God. He said he had like nicotine stains all around his neck.
Yeah.
And stuff like and so like some of that dark dinginess of him being it's all
just
nicotine.
all the goo they couldn't get off, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. The tar.
Oh, he said he smelled so bad because I'm sure they didn't use good cigars.
No, hell no. And it's probably hot as shit out there.
Oh my God. So he starts fucking smoking, and it's like he's fucking sick.
I don't feel so good, Dad.
No. And so he gets like super close to the house. His sister sees him. Oh, Daddy, it's Caleb.
Tim Thomerson is there as his dad.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Jack Death himself.
Yeah. Yeah. Freaking Nemesis, Trancers.
Yeah, Trancers. Yeah.
And he sees him, and all of a sudden he sees this RV speeding up, driving from it, and pick him up and run off with him.
Yeah.
So, because then that's another element of the movie is you got an actual dad who cares about his son, trying to find out why the hell he hasn't come home.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
And that's the thing, because like clearly this kid stays out all the time and comes home after dawn. What's he doing? Is he doing drugs? Is he getting drunk? Like, it's still his boy and he loves him, but so he clearly is something going on, and he's falling in with the wrong crowd, essentially.
Exactly. Yeah. And once again, when you see a family member become addicted to drugs, that's the shit that you have to live through. And it's, God damn it, it's just so well played in this film. It really like, I'm going to be saying that a lot throughout this movie, but man, it is just like, it hits the nail on the head, but it's so beautifully done.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, they pick them up, And this is cool. We, like you said earlier, we've never seen vampires driving around in an RV during the daytime.
And all the things are blacked out. And Bill Paxton immediately like whoops out a switchblade. Like he's like, I'm gonna cut his fucking head off.
And then like,
let me do it, Jesse.
And oh my God, dude, like his accent in this film, and it's so like Lance Henderson's. I love the fact that his name's Jesse.
Yeah,
it's just so southern.
What is it, Jesse Hawks? What's his name?
Oh shit,
he's the only one with a last name.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Because it's Severance, Homer, and then Diamondback. But he has the last.
And dude, Jeanette Goldstein is so smoking hot.
Oh my God, I was about to say that.
Oh my God,
dude. Oh my God,
dude.
Dude, like I will say right now, if this happened, if Instagram was back then, she would probably be making $1 million on Instagram.
Like, I mean, I think she's attractive as Vasquez, but like, she is such a baby.
Oh my God, I loved her blown out blonde hair.
Oh my God, dude, yeah.
And that's another cool. So, like I said, they were coming up with all their backstories, and she wanted her vampire was from the Great Depression.
Okay,
and so her hair was that old 1930s hairstyle, but she didn't have money. How are you going to dye your hair? Peroxide. So she would be living on the road, dyeing her. That's why the roots are growing out.
Gotcha.
And she did all that herself. Like she
cool,
brought that to the table.
Yeah, love it.
And stuff. And it was like, it was so cool. And then she brought the story. Was like, I always wanted a son, but I was turned before I could have a son. And then she gets Homer.
Yeah.
And that's her son, even though Homer's older, older than her, but she looks over him as that son that she's always wanted because he is just young when he was turned, you know?
Yeah. But he's not, there's some great stuff between him and Lance later.
But fuck yeah. And apparently, because that's another thing, it's weird because like Homer's supposed to be from the 50s, but I didn't really understand that. I think they just said the way they dressed him down, they wanted to have like a 50s old man because he wears
like
suits.
a beatnik almost.
Yeah.
Well, she turned him, didn't she?
That was one thing I want to ask you because
I'm pretty sure she turned Homer.
I know Jesse turned Diamondback because they talk about it because he was on the side of the road. She picked him up, and that's when.
Or vice versa. I think Diamond. Oh wait, no, because he was from the Revolutionary War.
Yeah, Jesse
or Civil War.
Yeah, Jesse was on the side of the road acting like he had car trouble.
Yeah.
She went to go help him out because I think he had a flat or something like that. And that's when he turned her. But then he decided to keep her because he was smitten with her and stuff like that. Because I mean, like I said, she's stone cold fox.
Yes, but I guess that's what happens between May and Caleb as well.
Yeah, exactly. May is the newest member of the crew. Yeah. And she is our modern vampire.
And she was turned by Homer because he like wanted a sister or something.
Yeah. So
question mark. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, because then he also finds some we'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
But yeah, so like I love also while they're in the van, like I like the goggles that Lance Hendricks
with the weird nose.
Yeah. So his nose doesn't get burned and stuff like that. It's so fun. But yeah, Bill Paxton's like he's gonna kill him. He's like, that's it. We're
gonna do him right here in the van.
Exactly, and that's when May's like, "What's called? Oh, it's too late. He's been turned."
He's like, "Shit, he's one of us." What do we do now, Jesse? He's like, we give him a week.
Which is clear at this point. We can tell, like, okay, obviously they can't drink. Well, I'm guessing.
I don't think they want to kill one of their own.
That or
unless they have to.
Is it that or like maybe they can't drink only the. I guess they
can drink from him.
Okay, they can. Okay.
Yeah, well, Caleb drinks from May.
But I didn't know if like she's allowed to drink from her maker. He's allowed to drink from his maker. I didn't know if like that was because that's another thing is we don't know.
That I don't know.
That is
and they don't kind of put it that way.
No.
I just took it as he's like he's a vampire now essentially, and he could be one of them, but he has to prove himself.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
Or they're gonna kill him.
Yeah, they give him a week. They're like, all right, he's got a week to prove himself, or we're gonna come back around here. We're gonna kill him.
Yeah, not just kill him. Like he's like Jeanette said something like, there's things worse than death, and like you're already dead and you're just going to be hurting even worse for a long, long time.
Oh yeah, because that's another thing.
Burying him alive or some shit.
Exactly,
and just leaving him there.
And we don't know how. Also, we don't know how long that. Like, obviously, they go into a state of like withdrawal.
Yeah.
But we don't know how long they can live through that state of withdrawal.
It's like the plot of Blackula, where Dracula bites the prince and puts him in the coffin and seals him up, and he's like thirsty for like 300 years or something like that.
Yeah. So we get another little thing of like their back history is like clearly they're on the road. Well, they know. So what they're doing is they obviously the law is after them.
Yeah, they're on the lam like all the time.
Exactly.
They're like outlaws.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the coolest part about it.
Yeah, like a Bonnie and Clyde kind of scenario.
They're like outlaw vampires. How cool is that?
See, that's another thing is put that on the poster.
Yeah, seriously.
That would get asses in seats.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they end up blowing up the RV, and they end up getting a new like old like 50 station wagon or something like that from a car lot. And they get to a certain place where they're going, and basically Caleb was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And he's like, I gotta go home. And she's like, there is no more home for you, Caleb. Yeah. Like, this is your home
You'll get
now.
used to it like I did.
Exactly.
It's like, okay. Yeah. Just forget about it.
So he ends up running away. So she lets him run away. Yeah. And he gets to the bus stop.
Station. Yeah.
Oh my God, this scene.
And this is that scene that you're describing about like the withdrawal thing.
Oh,
because he looks like he's withdrawn from like heroin or something.
Oh, 100%. You
know what I mean? And he's like, I just got to get home. And he's like all disheveled and disgusting, sweating, about to pass out. And he's only got $12 for a $14 bus ticket.
Yeah, exactly. And there's like, he's like needs like $3 or something.
Oh yeah,
like
$11.
Yeah, he needs like $3 or whatever. And the guy is just like like from the Greyhound or whatever it is. He's just being the biggest dick. He's like, he goes, well, I got a bus ticket for $14.
Go fuck yourself.
Pretty much. And he goes to get like a candy bar, can't eat it.
Yeah, spits it all
disgusting.
out. Yeah.
Which is when you're detoxing, you don't want to eat anything.
You don't want to eat anything.
You're fucking nauseous. You're sweating. You look like dog shit.
And you have that double meaning there, where like he needs the blood and he can't eat regular food.
Exactly. So there's a little bit of normal vampire lore somewhat there. And then we get this asshole cop.
Who's the guy from Ace Ventura?
Yeah.
He's the coach guy that gets thrown out the fucking window.
Yeah.
Or off the balcony, rather.
Shit, what else was he in?
He's in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. I can't remember. Shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He's only got like a little bit part, but he's really good.
Oh, no,
in this scene. Yeah.
You would think that because he is a character actor, you would think you would see him a little bit more.
Yeah, but this is also like a straight scene. It's not like a comedy.
No, by any means. Because that's the one thing is on the rewatch. So the third time I watched it, I noticed this scene with the cut on his hand.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
You didn't notice that?
Not the first couple of times. I didn't pay attention to it, but this time when I watched it, it was like, so he ends up basically showing him his thing, and he ends up giving him the money.
Yeah, but he thinks he's on drugs. Like, what do you want, boy?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not on anything. I just need a couple bucks to get home and blah blah blah. So he's holding them there, and he's got the cut on his hand, and he's like, oh boy, I'm thirsty.
You
I sure
see
am.
his face,
you can smell it, and he's
cup.
looking at it like, holy shit, what is that?
Exactly. And he ends up giving the $3, and he gets
go home and be a good boy.
Exactly. He gets on the bus, and he starts going home. And now this scene, he gets super sick, and he has to get off the bus. Do you know why he got off the bus? Is it like, well, is there a connection between him and May? He can't get too far from her because he's his maker?
I don't know if it's the connection or he's having this withdrawal where he can't go all the way home. Like, what is he going to do when he gets home? Maybe she can help him.
Oh, yeah, really maybe that's what's going through his head. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Like, how do I stop this kind of thing?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So May comes up, finds him.
Because he hasn't put it together yet that he needs blood.
No.
But once he gets that information, well, we'll talk about it there.
Well, once again, like we have a movie about vampires with the word vampire is never said in the entire film. Yeah. And she finds him and she ends up feeding him.
From her own blood.
From her own blood, yeah. And that's when we see he
gets his first hit, man.
Yes.
And he's like, his fucking eyes are wide and he's smiling at her.
Oh my God. He feels like he's like a brand new man.
Oh yeah. And now he could see the light in the dark, and now he can hear the night.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's like all his senses have increased and stuff like that. Like he's like, it's like that, like, yeah, he like said, he's got that fresh fix, and he's gonna freaking run that into the ground.
Yeah, and he's feeling good.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Which is fun because you can tell how long that fix lasts. Because like literally, not even before daylight, he gets sick again.
He's already starting to get sick again. Yeah.
So he goes back to the
Just side note before we get too far away from it, you also see everybody else do their ritual, which is so great. So like Bill Paxton takes the bike off the rack. I want to mention this real quick too, because like Homer has this whole complex with the movie where he's like a little kid stuck in, an old man stuck in a little kid's body.
Yeah.
Right. And he wants to have relations with women and things like that. And it's Bill Paxton's like, I'm so goddamn sick of hearing it every night that you want to, you got a little winky in your, or whatever. And it's funny as hell because the way that Homer catches his prey is that he feigns being hurt on his bicycle.
Yeah.
So like Bill Paxton throws him his bike, and then later we see the bicycle flipped over and Homer's like on the ground. Some dude like pulls over and stops, and like he grabs him and eats him. But I love Bill Paxton's, right? Because Bill Paxton's is this suave. He's like this suave, like Southern guy.
His hair's greased
and he's
back.
like, oh boy, and he's got his belt buckle on, and his.
He's playing with his gun.
Yeah, he's playing with his gun. He's got his spurs on, and he's like, well, howdy, ladies. They pull over. He like puts out his thumb and he's smiling.
Yeah.
He's like, can I buy y'all a drink?
Yeah. Yeah. And then we get to Jesse and Diamondback, and they go to what they think they're going to do is just pick up a hitchhiker and do that.
And then they're reminiscent about when that's how you get that in that lore dump, which is great. Yeah.
And then what's called and then all of a sudden they're getting carjacked and stuff. Like, this guy's so fucking stupid. He's like, you look pretty stupid with your face ripped out.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, it's great.
It's so good.
Oh my God. Which is, I will say, the only real scene where we see them attack people is the bar scene.
Everything else is like kind of more or less off camera.
But I think at first viewing, I didn't like that. Mm-hmm. But once I got older and watched it later, I'm like, that makes the bar scene that much juicier.
I was gonna say that when we got there, like we're building up to that.
Yes.
And it's so impactful. It's the climax of the movie.
100%. Yeah, 100%. So then we see Caleb with May, and they're going to take their meal.
Yeah, she's kind of with assisting Caleb on his hunt for his first kill, because that's the deal. He has to kill somebody within a week to feed, and then he's part of the gang.
Yeah, and I guess it's the idea, once you do your first kill, the next kills are going to be a lot easier.
Yeah.
And we got this point where like he's trying to basically he's going to try to kill the truck driver that they were played as hitchhikers, got picked up.
And he's so nervous about it, dude.
Oh my God.
He's like drinking a beer and he's like about to spit the shit out. He's like lighting a cigarette and he's like, and he's just like looking at this dude.
Yeah, the guy's like, what? You can't drink and drive?
That guy's funny as hell. I was trying to, I didn't look it up, but he's in something else. I know I've seen him before. He's in a bunch of stuff.
But yeah, so they end up letting him outside. He ends up
he teaches him how to drive the truck. Don't forget that part.
Yes, exactly.
Which is really cool.
He brings that up. He's like, well, you don't want to do this because you'll jackknife.
If you don't break this properly, you're going to jackknife, and then there's no more truck and no more truck driver.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
So he can't do it. He ends up getting outside and throwing up. So May basically lets him drink again from him.
Yeah.
And this time he gets a little too crazy with the drinking.
Which is fucked up, because like she kills the driver.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just feed on the driver?
I don't understand.
Does he have to make the kill? I guess that's part of the initiation. She's not going to, because the minute that she kills somebody and lets him feed, then that kind of defeats the purpose, I guess.
And it's her responsibility. Yeah. It's her she is overseeing all this because she's the one who created him.
Yeah, she's initiating him, more or less. I also like when she bites herself and lets him drink. She like closes it up each time. Mm-hmm. I just noticed that. It was like a small little thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So that was cool.
Because that's another thing is like, we don't actually see them like heal like in a like fast nature, but we understand that they can.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, 100%. Exactly.
Well, they just need some sleep. And they'll heal overnight or during the day, whatever you want to do.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like a regeneration process or whatever. So the rest of the crew gets word of what happened, and they're fucking pissed. Mm-hmm. They're like, that's it. He's not one of us. And they want to kill Caleb, but they're going to give him one more chance.
He gets one chance.
One chance. By the end of this night, he has to make a kill. Mm-hmm. And this is when basically we get the famous bar scene.
Oh my God, it's so fucking good. It's so tense, and it's just so nerve-wracking to watch a lot of the parts, man.
Well, even like was it Adam Greenberg is the guy who did the director of photography on this one, and the way he sets up the shot when they get to that top of the hill, and you just see the light and they see him walking.
Yeah, it almost looks like Invaders from Mars or something.
Dude, it's
or demons. Yeah.
That's another thing is like when his dad Roy, I believe his name is, when he's at the police station.
Yeah,
we don't see the police member's face. We just see the light from the shades coming in.
Yep.
And it's just like, people can't see our room, but our new room, literally right now, if you look over there, you'll see the light coming from the shades and the mist.
Yeah, it's great. Like, it's like a Joe Dante movie.
Yeah. It's so well shot. And it's like, it's very artistically done. But yeah, they get to the bar and this scene,
my God. Right out of the gig. Shake kicker heaven. Fucking
dude, Bill Paxton.
He's just a force, dude. Like
so apparently
he's like oozing charisma.
So apparently what added to this scene was he suffered from migraines. He had a really bad migraine that day. And he's like, Kathleen, I can't film this. Do you have a medic? Can I get a shot of something? Is there a medic on staff? I need something. And apparently he said what gave him that energy and that would because a lot of this is improv was a B12 shot.
Oh shit. Well, that'll fix you right up.
Well, apparently he goes, that's the first time I ever had a B12 shot. He's like, I was on top of the world.
Dude.
Oh my God.
And he seems like it.
And most of these scenes, like so the Buffalo Bill line, I think Lance Henderson came up with that joke with the whole beer on his chin.
Yeah. Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
But that scene it's so great because he knocks the dude's drink over. Who's the biker in T2, by the way?
Yeah.
That puts out the cigar on Arnold's chest. He knocks over his drink and he's like, you spilled my drink. And he's like, well, what the fuck are you going to do about it? Basically. And he takes his beer and he like sticks his beer. He's like, you ever hear the one about Buffalo Bill? He's like, you're all right, man. Buy him another drink. Bartender pours him a drink. He's like, now pay the man. Fucking so good. And then he drinks the guy's drink. He's fucking with him so bad. It's so good.
Well, he takes the drink and then he spits in face. How do you drink this shit?
Yeah.
And then he goes to slug him. He grabs Caleb.
And he beats the shit out of him. He's like, I'm trying to teach the boy something. Why don't you hit him again? It's so good.
Oh my God. It's this character. Like, I understand why his character is talked about so much because he literally is like, he is the highlight of the movie.
100%.
Oh my God. And then so they, Caleb ends up getting knocked out.
Well, Caleb punches the dude and he flies across the room into a pool table and he's like, did I do that? And Bill Paxton's like, did I do that? And Jesse's like, did I do that?
And then we
shit, man.
Then we cut over to Jesse and Diamondback and Homer and freaking apparently I guess the waitress is getting like too worried about what's going on over there. Yeah. And fucking Diamondback pulls out a knife and just slits her throat.
Well, so it's funny because Homer orders a tequila shot, which she obliges, and it's like a child.
Yeah.
But Lance Henderson says, I need a beer and a glass. And then he's like, she comes over with it, and he's like, just the glass.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, you don't want the beer? He's like, no, honey. And he's like, man, your skin's smoother than a preacher's belly. And Jeanette Goldstein whoops out the straight razor and like pulls her neck back and slits her throat and like throws her on the ground. And then Lance like takes the mug and fills it up with blood and then puts it on the counter. Man, it's so good.
Dude, everything is there's so many subtle things in this. So then we get
everybody's shitting their pants. The other bar patrons, like the Mr. Pig Knuckle behind the bar or the bartender.
So then we cut over to Severn and he's fighting with one of the guys at the pool table.
The jukebox.
The jukebox. And he starts acting like that guy starts choking him and he's acting like he's getting choked. But then he turns on like, I'm just fucking with you. And then he crushes his head. Yeah. And if you look in the left-hand side of the screen, blood is pouring out of his ear.
Yeah.
That's something I like overlooked the first go round. As I'm rewatching, like, oh shit, I'm like, there's just blood gushing out of his ear. You don't see anything crunch, but like you just see it start to pour out of his hand.
Yeah. Oh man, I hate when they're not shaved.
Yeah. Which that was improv.
So good. Sticky like a roadkill polecat.
Finger looking good. Oh my God.
Good shit, man.
And then that's when, so then we cut to the bartender and he just puts two like shells right into Caleb's stomach.
Just shoots him right in the guts and just explodes.
Oh yeah. And he's like,
man, you look like 60 miles of worn road or whatever. So good.
And apparently, that was the first time the actor who played Caleb like ever used a squid before.
Yeah.
And he didn't breathe correctly. So that noises he's making, he actually like lost his breath.
Oh, knocked the wind out of him.
That first take. Yeah. And that was the take they actually end up using for the film.
Yeah.
So he's like, those noises I'm making are like actually real noises.
It's great. It's better for it. I'll tell you what. God.
But then we get this scene of like Severin like chasing down the bartender.
Yeah, Mr. Pig Knuckles, your new name.
Oh my God.
He jumps up on the bar and
he's
like,
kicking shit out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
And the whole time the bartender's like trying to reload the gun. Yoo-hoo.
And then, oh my God, that scene just.
Yeah. Oh, so he has these spurs on his boots.
Yeah.
And he grabs the pipe on the ceiling from on the bar and he just like slits this dude's throat with his his boot spur. It's awesome.
And once again, it's not super graphic, but it's enough.
But when it happens and it opens, you go, oh shit.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is this is that scene we were talking about earlier, like the tension in this scene, the amount of how uncomfortable people are in the bar when people just start dying and they don't know how to respond.
No.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, because even when Severin goes to kill the guy at the jukebox, he's like, I don't know, I'm good, man. I'm no trouble here. I didn't see shit. Leave me alone. You know?
So now everybody's pretty much dead but one guy.
Yeah.
And now that's Caleb's.
Yeah. Well,
in theory, yeah. So
May kind of like warms him up for him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the guy ends up jumping through the fucking window.
But she like dances with him first.
Yeah.
To like seduce him, ?
Yeah. Which that's another thing is like, do they have a type of like gaze or
they must have because she kind of does it to him in the truck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So he ends up like basically like whatever it is, he ends up like basically coming out of it and he's like his fear of flight kicks in.
Jumps out the window. But Kayla goes after him. He's like, he's yours, get him.
Exactly.
And he has to kill this guy.
Yeah.
Right?
He gets up to him. He can't do it.
And he can't kill him. He lets him run away.
Yep. So they end up.
You fucked up for the last time, Caleb.
Yeah, exactly.
You let him go. He's going right to the law.
So they get in the van or whatever, and they start basically they're going to kill him, but they're like, this is going to have to wait.
Yeah,
daylight, goddamn daylight.
And he's got the strips and he's putting with the tape gun and everything.
And that's that cool scene where we get to see them like trying to like spray down the truck and stuff like that. Good. And they have to make their way to a motel. This scene, the motel scene's great.
It's great, dude. When he walks in with the old guy, he's like, man, haven't I seen you some here before? He's like, yeah, I try to come in every 50 or so years.
Put me on the books.
Put me on make my reservation. It's great.
And we get this scene where he's going to give him the keys and the sun is creeping through the countertop to the point where the keys are and he's got to grab the keys. And we get that nice scene where he grabs keys and it's smoky and stuff like that.
Yeah, he puts like a rag on his hand or like something to pick it up.
And so they end up making their way to the motel and they're like not even there for like, it doesn't even feel like 5 minutes.
They're all asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden the law shows up.
Yeah.
And this scene too.
And it's the kid from the bar.
Yep.
Brought him right to him.
And then this scene too is like, this is one of those, I feel like this is like one of the better scenes that display a shootout. Because
it's dude.
Really, only one person gets shot because the thing is like, yeah, of course, these guys aren't like freaking gun experts. Like they're just shooting willy nilly, hoping that they're going to hit a cop so they can get out of there.
But they're taking bullets.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But each bullet opens up
another
ray
hole
of, my God,
more rays of light. So they're getting burned and everything. Lance Henriksen's just going, yeah. He's like shooting out the window.
Homer freaks out. Yeah. Daylight, oh my God,
he's
daylight.
Like, shut up, old man. or get it together, old man, or some shit like that. It's so good.
And that's like I said earlier, but like that one scene where like as soon as like Bill Paxton opens the door, God damn,
yeah. Oh, dude, he blows up. He's like, what does he say? He has like a one-liner before he blows a hole in the front door and kills the cop.
Oh yeah, right in the stomach.
And the light comes in, and then the beam of light just hits Bill Paxton and he like flies back. Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking great.
It's so good.
So basically,
and he's like, daylight. Oh my God. Yeah.
So basically after this, Caleb takes it upon himself. He throws a blanket over him and he's going to make a run for the van.
But they're like, we're all dead. This is the
yeah.
last stand, baby. We're going out in a blaze.
100%. So he takes his chances, and I love this scene. This scene was probably real fire, probably of some sort.
Oh, absolutely.
But I will say the scenes that we're going to get to later, I don't even know how they did that.
It's like composited.
But it looks so good.
It looks really good. They
so
did a really, really
good.
good job.
So
whoever
freaking
did the visual effects did a really good job.
So freaking good. And this, I mean, even though this is a DVD, it looks beautiful on the DVD.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Or the optical effects, they would call it then.
Yeah. Caleb gets the van, and instead of just driving the van up to the motel.
Dude, he's getting shot by a rifle.
Yeah.
This cop is lighting him up with rifle rounds, shoots him in the leg, shoots him in the back, and he's like on fire when he gets into the thing.
Oh my God.
And
great.
he drives the van right through the fucking hotel room, and they all pile in and leave. It's great. It's so good.
And this is the scene where they've like, all right, he's won Jesse's respect.
Yeah.
Severance gives him his one of his spurs.
One of his spurs, yeah.
And stuff like that.
Homer gives him a handshake.
Yeah. Which is funny because earlier when he first met him, grabbed him by the dick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. My name's Homer. Homer. Don't forget how to, or you say it wrong. He said something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I can't remember if he says "don't fuck with me" or I can't remember.
It says if you mispronounce it, it'll be your ass or something like that.
So at this point, they're all cool with Caleb, and they end up making their way through another motel. They drive through the day, and it's nighttime.
Yeah, they're playing cards and shit, which is really fun.
Yeah,
a Russian roulette cards.
Yeah. This one point, when they're this is when we start getting a little bit of the backstory.
Yeah,
where we get the really cool.
Oh my God,
Jesse's so good. Story. Where
he's like, how old are you anyway?
Yeah,
he's like, just say, let's put it this way: I fought for the South, and we lost. I was like, holy shit.
and they, like I said, he looks so fucking just creepy.
Grizzled, man.
Lance
is the fucking man. What's funny about that is Lance is one of the nicest guys you will ever meet in your life. He is such a fucking sweetheart.
He, so apparently when he was making the movie, he wanted to get in character so much. So when they got to their filming location, everyone was flying. He goes, you know what? I'm going to drive because I want to feel like what it feels like to be on the road.
Yeah.
So he drove wherever it was in Hollywood he was to wherever they filmed this. Mm-hmm. I can't remember if it was. I want to say it was originally supposed to be shot in Arizona, but they lost the filming locations, I think, because of a flood.
It must be close around there, right?
Has to be.
Like Texas or Kentucky or...
I don't think
maybe not Kentucky.
I don't think it's Kentucky, but it's something of desert nature because there's a lot of like deserty areas.
Yeah.
So he ends up driving that way, and he said, "So this, mind you, he's got the fake press on nails. He's got his hair done.
Yeah.
He's driving to set.
Yeah.
And he picks up a hitchhiker on purpose, just to fuck with him.
Oh man, method acting.
Oh my God. He has tobacco paper and tobacco. And he picks up the hitchhiker. He's like, he goes, roll me a cigarette. And he starts rolling cigarettes. He's like, that you call it that a cigarette? You got to put the tobacco here. He starts just being a dick to him.
Yeah.
Like on purpose.
Yeah. But that's like the character through the movie.
So this hitchhiker rolls him a cigarette, hands it to him. And he's like, you call that a cigarette? Throws it out the fucking window. He was trying to get to that point where like he wanted the hitchhiker to be like, I want to get the fuck out of here. Pull over. But apparently the hitchhiker never got to that point. I wonder if he ever like just apologized to him.
I love the idea of that hitchhiker telling that story to other people. Yeah. Like, so anyway, Lance Henriksen picks me up and he makes me roll a fucking cigarette. Like 3 of them.
Yeah. I just want to say, yeah, you know that guy from Aliens? Yeah. I just rode in his car the other day.
He picked me up on the side of the road.
He had these nasty nails. I don't know what's wrong with him.
He had this weird braid covered in tar. I don't know.
And then once again, so while they were filming the film, another funny Lance Hendrickson story. Yeah. Him and Bill Paxton were hanging out one day. And they were driving, and they were like driving somewhere to one of the locations, and he was driving like 80 miles an hour into like a 65.
Yeah.
And he gets pulled up by a cop, and he starts fucking with the cop.
Oh my God.
He starts now I know this is wild, but I will say.
And you could see Bill Paxton just fucking with him.
No, but Bill Paxton actually started getting scared. He's like, all right, Lance.
Oh yeah.
Calm it down, man. Calm it down. And it's fun because like they both tell the story and they both tell it the exact same as I'm like, well, clearly this happened.
Sure. Oh, that I have no doubt. Yeah.
But he like at one point he said that he said he looked at the cop like he was going to look at him like he was looking for his lunch, like he was going to be his next lunch or whatever, and just had this mean demeanor, and just like the cop was like, "How fast were you going?" He was like 85, and he was shocked by how just honest he was. But the cop apparently got so spooked by him, he was going to ride him a ticket. He's like, "Just get the hell out of here, just slow it down."
I love that so much, dude.
And Bill Paxton was like, he's like, no, he was at first I was getting like, yeah, fuck the police. Yeah. But after things went on, I'm like, all right, now let's not fuck with him too much.
When I met him, I had him sign my horror show tape. I had him sign Pumpkinhead and the horror show. And he was telling me about Brian James, and him and Brian James used to get fucking drunk. Like, oh, really? After a day of shooting, and he said Brian James was crazy, so they were doing all crazy shit too. So I could imagine they had a lot of fun on their sets. Man. Yeah,
apparently, like he was really big in like pranks and stuff like that. Yeah. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like some of these pranks don't sound too fun.
No, man. I mean, that's some crazy shit.
No, it's weird. I mean, like, well, that's like, what are you gonna are gonna get a like freaking Entertainment Tonight? Lance Henderson was pulled over by police and was arrested for playing a vampire or something.
Like, what would you say? Like, hey man, I was just goofing. Like, I'm in a vampire role right now, and just want to see how far I could push you. Please don't write me a ticket.
I don't give a fuck who you are.
Yeah. It's like, I'm gonna put it on the fucking tab of the director or the producer.
So they are back at the motel, and they're like, everything's decompressing and stuff like that. Homer goes to get like, I don't know where he's going.
He just steps out for a cigarette.
Yeah.
And there's a little girl putting quarters into the Pepsi machine. Turns out it's Caleb's sister.
Exactly. So the police have not been doing their job. So Caleb's dad and his sister are on the road looking for
him. Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. Well, they're following where all the fires are, because he heard about the fire that, the trailer was on fire. Yeah. Now this bar's on fire. They got to be connected.
Yeah, exactly. Because that RV that he saw him get picked up in was, like I said, was on fire.
They leave a trail of shit, because they also burn the station wagon before they get the van at the bar too.
Which is funny. It's like, on my head, I was like, why are you burn? Is that just because you want like a calling card? Like,
I think it's to burn the evidence. I mean, if they had bodies to examine, they'd be like, what's going on here?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So it's funny. She has got a lot of spunk in her.
She sure does.
He's like, aren't you out late?
I do whatever I want. She's like 5.
I showed this to Beck. I'm like, that's you right there. That's you right there. Like, I do whatever I want to do.
He's like, you want to come watch TV with me?
Yeah.
And she's like, what's on? He's like,
whatever you want is on. It can be on. Let's go watch TV in my room.
So he takes her in there, and Bill Paxton and Lance Henriksen are smoking cigarettes with guns on the table, playing the thing. And they're just like, okay, I guess he's going to eat this little girl or whatever. It's fine. And they have her sit down, and Caleb comes in.
Yes. Oh, my God.
And at this point, Jeanette Goldstein goes to Severin, and she's like, well, hey, little girl, you here? Who you here with? She's like, oh, my daddy. He's like, oh, what room are you staying in? And she's like 3, and she like, signals to Severin to go grab him. And Caleb comes in with May, and he's like, what are you doing here? And they like gives him a hug. They embrace him and his little sister. And Homer's just like, well, she's mine now.
Yeah.
Eye for an eye. You took May for me, so now I get your sister.
Exactly.
Even Stevens.
Exactly.
And he's like, wait, what the fuck?
No. I can't let you take my little sister.
Meanwhile, Bill Paxton comes in with Tim Thomerson at gunpoint.
Oh my God. And that's this scene. This scene was cool.
It's like, whoa, dude.
Oh yeah, because he's pointing the gun at him. He's like, put that gun down, daddy. He ain't gonna do nothing.
And he's like, Jesse, leave him alone. It's my family. Let him go. And Lance like takes a couple steps towards Tim Thomerson, and Tim Thomerson shoots him right in the chest, and like Lance Henderson coughs up a bullet and puts it in his pocket and goes, "Yeah, that's for you for later."
Oh my God,
it's great.
Oh, it's great, and
it's so good.
And at this point, they're going to take both of them.
Yeah,
and he's like, "You can't take my family." And Caleb
we got to kill him. They seen our faces.
Exactly. He ends up running to the door, and now it's daytime. Yeah. So daylight comes right back in. He grabs a blanket or whatever and takes off with them.
Yeah, which I didn't expect him to do.
No, not one point at all.
He
gets in the car, and he's got one of those trailer beds where it's like a bed of a truck, but there's a little like canopy on top of it or whatever. Or is it? No, I think he's in his veterinarian car.
Yeah. It's like a pickup with a cab on.
Yeah.
But he has all the blood transfusion shit in the back.
Exactly.
And he's got this. Caleb's got this blanket on him, and he's like, "Oh, Daddy, I'm so sick." And he's like, "What's wrong with you?" He's like, "I don't know. There's some bad people. I got mixed up with these bad people and blah blah blah." And he's like, "What's wrong with you?" He's like, "You going to the hospital?" He's like, "I can't go to the hospital. I'll die." And he's like, "Look," and he like puts his hand in the sunlight and he starts burning and shit. And he's like, "Just take me home."
He goes, "Hospital can't fix that, Daddy."
Yeah, actually, no.
Oh.
He's like, "You ever do a blood transfusion on a person?"
Yeah. Once again,
because he's a vet for like farm animals,
exactly,
like cows and horses.
No, exactly, because that's one thing that we saw him like working on the farm and stuff like that. And this is his detox.
Yeah,
this is
his whole detox scene.
Exactly, and that's so, dude, that's cool. Like
it's
we've
really
never
cool.
seen like besides Salem's Lot, really, we've never seen someone become a vampire and not become a vampire.
Right.
You know what I
mean? What did they do it in? There's a couple movies that they did it in that I can remember. I know they did it in the Salem's Lot remake, and I know that they did it in Last Voyage of Demeter. Well, they tried to. Got it.
Yeah, because that was the one part, like they treated it like a rabies vaccine for, in the book it was. Yeah, like
I'm sure. Well, right.
Yeah. It was like they gave him whatever it was. As long as it happened within a certain amount of minutes, that person wouldn't turn.
Yeah, right. I know they've done it in other movies. I just can't pinpoint it. But this was interesting. At the time, I don't think it was done.
Yeah, it was it's very different, adding new things to this new vampire lore that we've never seen before. Like I said, non-Gothic style.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, and what we bring it back to like the drugs. The drug problem. I mean, this is his detox. He's detoxing from the toxin, aka the vampire blood.
Dad, Tim Thomerson has to give him his blood, and he sits and he siphons, does the whole transfusion in the garage. And he's on like a metal slab. And then I love the cut because it just Tim Thomerson just opens the door, or the little girl opens the door.
The sunlight comes in.
And the sunlight comes in and wakes up Caleb, and he's like, "Holy shit!" And he's like, "Oh my god, I'm not burning to death."
Yeah.
And him and his sister embrace. It's really a sweet scene.
Oh no, it's great.
Yeah. And that to overcome the addiction and be able
he's got his son back,
reunite with his family and his father and his sister and stuff. It's really sweet. Yeah.
Dude, no, yeah. It's like I said, this dad's been looking for his little boy. And yes, he's an adult, but in his head is his little boy. You know what I mean? And he and to see like him go through this journey of being with bad people.
Yeah.
And like once again, he's his own man. He can't protect him from everything.
Yeah.
But he was able to find him and bring him back.
Yeah. And he made his own choice to get better.
Exactly. 100%. So
he could have stayed with them.
Yeah, no, he couldn't. He didn't have to leave.
Yeah.
Because another thing is he knew he needed blood.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And they were his ticket for right now for getting that blood.
Yeah.
So he knew more likely leaving he could die in the process of leaving.
He would have had to kill somebody.
Yeah.
And he made the choice not to.
Exactly. Yeah. So basically we see them, reconnect. It's nighttime now and stuff like that.
They're having dinner.
Yeah. And he goes outside, and who's outside?
May's swinging on the swing because he hears the swing.
Yeah. Oh, and she runs into him and starts grabbing him, and she's like, "You're warm."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And she's like, "How is this possible?"
Exactly.
And again, it's the more that like forbidden love stuff. Now she's like in her head, she's like, "Well, we can't be together now." No. Because you're not a vampire anymore.
Yeah.
Come back with us. You can come back with us. And he's like, this is my home. This is where I belong. I belong here. I don't belong out there.
Exactly. And I can't remember. I feel like he asks her to stay, right?
Well, they kiss each other and they embrace, and she like runs away, and he wants her to stay, but she's gone. But he hears, he goes back in to see his sister.
Yeah.
And Homer's taken her out of the window of the upstairs, and now he has to go find them, which is really cool because now it's the showdown scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's great because we go, and this is awesome, cool
it's
scene.
Awesome. They slash his tires so he can't drive any of the cars, so he has to ride the horse, which is really cool. And he's moseying on into town, dude. Everything's quiet. It's like those Western movies where like, everybody's inside the bars and shit, closing up the windows and stuff, but it's at night on like blacktop, but it's really neat.
And the blacktop, you rewatch it, the blacktops been soaked down
it's
wet,
all wet,
so it's nice and shiny.
It's all shiny, and you
God.
just hear the clip clopping of the hooves and the echo and stuff. It's really cool.
Oh, it's great. And then we end up seeing Severn. And it's like literally almost like we're playing a game of chicken.
I don't mean to be an Indian giver, but I'm gonna need that spur back, and then I'm gonna punch your goddamn face in.
Oh my God, this scene,
it's so good.
Oh my God, he ends up fucking basically throwing him across the freaking
oh my God, dude.
street.
Yeah,
it looks like 20 feet.
Dude, he throws him really far.
Oh fuck yeah. And so a semi truck starts coming down.
Yeah.
And he ends up waving it down, and he ends up getting in the semi truck. And right before he's telling the guy to drive, fucking Severn comes out, pulls out a gun, and the guy's like, "You're gonna need to get out of my truck in 5, 3, bullseye!"
A bullseye.
Oh my God! Right between the eyes,
blows him in the head. Yeah.
Oh,
but
dude.
This is also great storytelling, visual storytelling before too, because like he learned how to drive the truck from the guy.
Exactly.
But he's already familiar with like farm equipment and driving tractors and shit. So I guess it was easy for him to figure out.
He knows what a clutch is and stuff like that. Yeah.
So, man. So he kicks this fucking 16-wheeler into like, whatever gear and just barrels towards Severn in the middle of the road. And he's like, come on, give it to me.
Dude, he's standing up there like Jesus Christ on the cross with his arms spread out.
He hits him with the truck.
Oh my God.
And he's like, woo, I did it. Like everything's great, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, like he's like the Terminator, dude.
Yeah.
He comes up on top of the hood and he's like, you son of a bitch. And his whole side of his shit is wrecked.
Dude, so have you heard about the train story?
No.
Okay, so while they were filming this scene, it took them 3 hours to put on the prosthetics.
Yeah.
In that town, a train comes by.
Yeah.
And while he was waiting ready for his film, the train showed up, and he got on the train, and he was messing around. He's like, and he's prosthetics all on his face. He's like, everybody, there's been an accident.
Oh my God, what a dick. Holy shit.
That was in that A&E documentary, but it's also, he retells the story in this documentary too. Oh my God, it's great. And he explained, he goes, if you can't really tell, but he goes, my head is split open, like it's split open like this.
Yeah.
And then this is all hanging over because it's so dark. You can't really see how it's split open.
Yeah.
But at some of those scenes where he's digging in it, you see the stuff just dangling on his face.
When there's like sparks and stuff.
Oh my God.
Because then he proceeds to punch a hole in the hood of the truck, of the semi. And while Caleb's driving and he's ripping it out, and he's ripping out all the stuff in the thing, and then Caleb remembers the brake thing, and he's like jackknife, and he hits the brakes and he jumps out, and the fucking thing fishtails and jackknifes, and it explodes.
Yeah.
And Severn is in pieces. He explodes with the tanker.
If you watch, there's like, I think it is his leather jacket, but it's
flies
in flames.
away.
It just like falls down from the sky.
And it's
super cool.
It's such a cool shot because, Caleb stands up and you see, he's got the one spur on his boot and all the flames in the background. And then he picks up the other spur and like puts it in his pocket.
Well, that's another thing is like this movie, surprisingly, to have that giant tanker explode, this movie was like
a huge production value.
I think they only spent $5 million on it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like they were able to pull all that off with the amount of money they had. Cause I would assume that would cost a lot of
I figured a lot of the money was going to the cast.
Yeah, probably. Because
they just did Aliens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And they obviously,
it was a blockbuster.
Huge.
Yeah.
And at that point, like that was probably Bill Paxton's most successful film at that time.
100%.
I mean, I think Weird Science is before Aliens, but I mean, I don't think it did as much money as Aliens.
No way.
No.
It's no.
But so now he sees Homer with Jesse's sister, and he's able to get her, but then they get her again.
So what happens is he's on the street and he sees Jesse. He's like, Jesse, I want my sister back.
Yeah.
I'm calling you out, basically. And Jeanette, Diamondback appears behind him with like a knife.
Yes. Yeah.
And she's about to like, she's
gonna throw it at Caleb.
She's gonna kill Caleb. Yeah. And then I'm pretty sure his sister's able to get away from Homer, and she jumps out of the car and she's like, Caleb, look out! And he dodges the knife and it hits Lance Henriksen right in the mouth.
Yeah.
And he like pulls it out and he like spits the blood out.
And then she pulls out her butterfly knife,
switchblade,
yeah, and she's gonna kill him at first, but then she's like,
she lets him go,
because she wants to play with her food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she lets him go. They take off running, and he gets away with her. And they get to a certain point.
He's like running with her.
Yeah, and he can't run anymore, so he falls down and lets her take off running.
They drive up and they grab her again.
Yeah, the freaking station wagon picks her back up, and now he's like, well, it's over.
Yeah,
it's over. I'm not gonna be able to catch up
done.
with that.
No.
And this is a really awesome scene.
The sun is rising. They're spray painting the windows, trying to close it all up. And Homer like leans over and he's just about to bite the sister in the neck.
Yeah, and then we get May. She's gonna be she finally understands, like, I can't let this happen.
Yeah,
she grabs her. Throws the blanket on her, kicks out the back window.
Jumps out the back window.
Yeah, jumps out the back window, shatters it everywhere. And she's just engulfed in flames.
Yeah.
And then lets Jesse's sister out. And we got this great scene where Homer runs out to go get after her.
And Jeanette's like, no, don't, cause like her son,
Exactly. And this is that scene I was talking about earlier,
so
where he's just completely on fire.
Yeah. Reminds me of like Darkness, the vampire version. Or the vampire movie. Have you ever seen that?
Darkness,
the Leaf Jonker movie.
No,
I used to get this cover confused with the Darkness cover. Anyway, also good vampire movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he takes off running, and this is the like composite scenes you were talking about. Like it's so beautiful.
It looks really good.
No, at that point he's like, at this point, like, I don't know why they use real fire anytime, because this looks so good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no one's got to get hurt.
His hands are on fire. His head's on fire. He's screaming. He doesn't want the little girl to go. He's like there because he wants to be with her. And then he fucking explodes on the street.
He bends over and just boom.
Yeah.
And his little sister makes it way back to Caleb. And now we got this, like, almost like they're going to play chicken with Jesse and Diamondback. Yeah. And they know, like, it's at the point like they kind of give themselves that look, like, we're going to go out in a blaze of glory, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's almost like that Thelma Louise.
It totally is. Yeah.
100%.
Or like that Bonnie and Clyde thing.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That's their Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah. But May's wrapped up in a blanket.
Yeah.
Caleb has her, so she's protected.
Yeah, and they come traveling down the highway, and just right when they're probably like 20 feet.
Dude, his hands are burning on the steering wheel. They're all crisped over. He's blistering all over his face.
It looks like an overcooked hot dog.
Yeah.
Just flaking and stuff. And he's like probably like 20 feet from him, and then he pulls over the side of the road, and then they just both explode, which causes
in the car.
which causes the car to explode. Yeah. Oh my God.
So good.
So Caleb ends up saving May, brings her back.
Gives her the transfusion, does the same thing with the door, and she's hit with the sunlight and she's freaking out. And she's like completely gobsmacked how it's happening. Dude. And he's like, it's okay. You're safe. Everything's okay now.
It's great. And then, mind you, we forgot to say it, we end with a beautiful score of Tangerine Dream.
Oh yeah, Tangerine Dream's running out through the whole thing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Even like the only scenes maybe is when they're in the bar and they're playing real music.
Yeah, well, yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like
the original score.
Exactly.
Is Tangerine Dream,
you know, and we end with this beautiful like that's just the nice 80s Tangerine Dream. Oh man, wonderful movie.
It's so good. It's so good.
It really sucks the fact that it took me that long to come around and to enjoy it and appreciate it, man. It's something special.
You definitely have to have the perspective going in of what you're getting into.
That's the thing, is like when I now knowing how good this is.
Yeah.
And when I tell people, like if someone hasn't seen it and I want to tell them, like, you want to watch a good, like, for example, my neighbor, his wife likes horror movies.
Yeah.
Last year I gave her a list. I'm like, I think you should check these out. Yeah. And she likes watching them during October. Mm-hmm. This is going to be on my new list for her. I'm like, listen here, give it a second.
Yeah.
I think you're really going to enjoy this movie. And this is one of those movies, like, you need to have, I'm not saying I was misinformed, but the movie, based off of the bar scene alone, you think you're going to get something different.
If you see that and you see Bill Paxton on the cover and you mention vampires and it's called Near Dark and all this stuff, and it's a road trip movie with like outlaw vampires.
Exactly.
You're expecting something different, I think.
Exactly. Like, kind of.
Because it's more a May and Caleb story than it is that.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. That's like, that's like, I felt the same way when I saw The Howling. I didn't know that's the kind of werewolf movie I was going to get.
Yeah.
They didn't make it I didn't say it wasn't bad, but I didn't know that's the kind of movie I was going to get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of like this weird think piece and like Survivor.
Yeah.
Not Survivor guilt. What am I thinking? It's like a victim survivor movie and like going through therapy and things like that to try to better yourself.
Exactly.
Or overcome the traumatic experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the fact that like I don't know why it wasn't as clear as day to me that this was you know, a person like a drug like a drug related you know like substance film or whatever you want to call it, like a drug related meaning and stuff like I don't know why I just overlooked it when I was younger. But I mean when I came up with the list of movies for October, I wanted them to all be vampire themed. I'm like, well, I got to talk about Near Dark.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely it's super unique in the pantheon of vampire movies for sure.
Oh yeah. And that's when I hit you up like, hey, do you like this movie?
I love it.
I was really hoping
when you said that, I was like, yes, please. Yeah, I'll jump on there. I was gonna do it anyway, so I was like, yeah, let's talk about it, man.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a great movie. Great movie. I mean, I can't praise this movie anymore than what I mean.
It's really excellent.
It's so fun. I could say the same words 10,000 times, and I don't think it would equate to actually how good this movie was.
Yeah, who you know, if you guys are watching, you know, and you've watched this whole review and you've never seen it, now you know what to expect going in.
Exactly,
and I think it'll be more enjoyable than us being like, you got to check out this outlaw vampire movie. Yeah, you know what I mean. You have to have context for it, I think, to really enjoy it for what it is.
Exactly.
If that makes sense.
Exactly.
It's not Lost Boys. It's not
Lost Boys at all.
It's not like that at all.
No. Both of those are still good movies.
Yeah.
But this is I will say when it comes to those movies, the quality of this film, even though it was a lesser budget, but the quality of this film is definitely it is on that top shelf of vampire films.
I think the acting and the directing of this movie alone, and the story and everything, it puts it up there.
Yeah, I agree
without question.
I agree 100%. Like once undeniable.
Because you don't have the makeup transformations, you don't have the fangs, you don't have any of that shit. You don't have the stakes, you don't have the blood spraying, you don't have any of that stuff.
Yeah,
it's all very reserved, but also powerful when you get to the scene, like the bar scene.
Yes,
when you hit that, it's like, now that you spent all these time with these characters and you're like, where is this going? And you hit that scene, it's so much more impactful. And there's a lot of dread and tension running through that scene.
Yeah. Best word, it's a slow burn.
Yeah. Slow burn. I know we throw that around a lot.
Yeah. But no, this is true. Yeah. This is a true slow burn kind of film. And another cool thing is it's only an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect time frame.
It's more story driven than it is like special effects driven too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
exactly. And not a lot of characters, which is great.
No.
We actually, you
care about them all.
We get to learn about the backstory of each character.
Yeah.
Everyone gets their own little time to shine.
Yep.
Homer, even at the end with his sister, with Caleb's sister, gets his time to shine.
Dude, the anguish of that poor kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stuck in that body to live out the rest of his life forever.
Yeah.
I think that's why partially why he sacrifices himself as well. Because he's like, well, I need to live with her. I guess he sees her and he's like, I just want to be with her. He's like awestruck by her, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And now he needs a companion to live for his billion years.
Yeah. Well, he wants to experience life the way he would have got to experience.
Exactly.
But the thing is, like, everyone that he's going to be around is going to outlive him. I mean, he's going to outlive everybody.
And everybody's going to grow up too.
Exactly. But he wants that. He wants somebody that's like him
that he can connect with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like, that's another thing is like we all, when it comes to like having like partnership, we want someone close to us so we can relate to them and have that connection, and him to find a little girl to turn that's obviously his perfect connection point. You know what I mean? Or whatever I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
But yeah, I mean, that's all I got to say. Is there anything you want to say about it?
I'd say if you saw this already and you didn't like it, I say give it another chance.
I agree.
If you haven't seen it in a while, give it a chance. If you liked what we were talking about, definitely watch it. If you're into, I mean, you should show up for Bill Paxton, Jeanette Goldstein, and Lance Henriksen alone. You know, it's an easy sell, especially if you like those characters and the characters that they play in other movies. it's really great. But do understand that it's a love story kind of first.
Yeah.
And then it's a Western.
Yes.
And then it's a vampire movie, right?
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I love it. Definitely check it out. It's well worth your time.
That's like I just did The Fly with Tony on Hack the Movies.
Yeah.
And that was the one thing is like, there's a reason why The Fly is so good. It's because of that love story.
Yeah.
That's
There's substance to it.
The substance. Yeah. That's why that movie is still talked about. It's not because of the special effects. Yes,
the special effects, but it's everything around that too.
Exactly.
Yeah. The special effects are like the icing on the cake.
Exactly. Yeah. And then this, like I said, this love story between these two people, and
also the drug addiction thing.
Oh my God. It makes being a vampire more relatable. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
It allows you to, if you've had experienced that in your life or had a loved one, it allows you to have that connection to the film that might make it mean a little bit more to you, because the depiction of what's happening does hit so close to home, because it is, I think, a very good representation of it.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Yeah.
But that's all I got to say. Joe, tell everybody where they can find you.
Oh man. Well, you can find me at moviedumpsterpodcast.com. If you want more stuff with more, B movies or more niche movies, the name of the show is Movie Dumpster, because we take stuff that maybe gets thrown away by, the general audience and into the dumpster, and we kind of dig them out and show you stuff that you may have seen, cult classics, or stuff that you've never heard of, and kind of show them, shine them up and let you check them out. So you can find us on YouTube at Movie Dumpster or wherever you get your podcasts, and check it out. See if you dig the show. Oh, I also do it with my co-host Sean O'Rourke, and there you go. And we have a cast of characters. Logan's been on an episode, and we're gonna do some more in the future. And check it out.
Yeah, and then also we did The Hand.
Yeah, so we did The Hand. Yeah,
and then you came back on for Django.
Yeah,
and Sean did Children of the Corn
and
with
Children,
us.
And
Megan 2.0.
Yeah, there you go. So so if you're familiar with either show, we've done a bunch of crossover stuff.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's a great community.
Yeah.
Once again, like I said last time, this podcast wouldn't be if it wasn't for you guys. So it's always great to have you on.
You and Dusty, man. You always get me right here.
In the feels.
Right in the feels. I really appreciate that, man.
No,
but again,
I appreciate it.
And I'll say the same thing to you that I said to Dusty. You worked for it. You did it. You might have been inspired, but I didn't do it. You did it. You built your show,
And that's it for today's episode, Near Dark, directed by Kathryn Bigelow. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out with us. If you enjoy this film, let us know in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe if you can to help grow all this movie-going community and stuff like that. If you want to know what's coming out in the future, check our social feeds or go to our website at videovillaentertainment.com. All our good stuff and new things coming out will be on there. And until next time, I'm Logan.
And I'm Joe.
And thanks for renting from the Villa.